let's do one more I do before we move on to a we do, okay? Just so everyone knows exactly what we're doing here. So we have our two legs, which is 9 millimeters and 12 millimeters, and we want to find what C equals, which will be our hypotenuse. So no matter what, every time we do one of these problems, the first thing we're going to do is write down the formula, right? So that would be A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Now we got to determine what do we want our A's and B's to be, right? So remember from before that if we have two legs here, it technically doesn't matter what we put for A and B as long as we don't put either of these for C, okay? So let's see, let's just say, let's let our 9 millimeters, let's let that be our A, and our 12 millimeters, let's let that be our B, all right? That sounds good. So we're left with A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So let's let our A be 9, right? So that would be, we plug in our 9 for A. 9, remember, keep the squared there. 9 squared plus, and that would be 12 squared. And that all equals C squared. So now we're up to the calculations now, right? So what's 9 times 9? That right there is 81. We're going to add that to 12 times 12, which is 144. And that equals C squared. So now we have to figure out what 81 added to 144 equals. So we're going to use our handy dandy calculator. We're going to put in 81, see that? 81 plus 144, and we get 225, right? So C squared, we're going to put 225 equals C squared. So remember, we're not done yet. Are we done yet? No, because we're looking for C. What we have right now is C squared. So what's the opposite operation of squaring something? Square rooting it. Bada bing, bada boom. And whatever we do to one side of the equal sign, we have to do to the other. So we have to do the square roots on 225 as well. So let's get our handy dandy calculator out. We're noticing that we got 225 here, so we need to figure out what the square roots of 225 is. So let's see what that is then. So we got the square root button right here, square roots. Well, let's, hold on. Let's just delete everything real quick. All right, so we have the square root button, square roots. So the square root of 225. And that equals, when we press the equal sign, right here, that's 15. So 15 times 15, multiply together, equals 225. So that leaves us with C. I'll put the C on this side. It makes it a little bit easier for us. C equals 15 millimeters. There we go. So that will be our last I do for right now. And then for the next two, we're going to be doing some we do, so I can see exactly how everyone is how everyone's progressing with Pythagorean theorem. Okay? All right.